Imagine a world where people have the power to shape their own destinies, not just by the choices they make, but by the very genes that make them who they are. This is the fascinating realm of genetically modified humans, a concept that blends science and imagination in ways that were once thought impossible. In this video, we'll embark on a thrilling exploration of how scientists are unlocking the secrets of our genetic code to create incredible possibilities for the future. From enhancing our natural abilities to tackling diseases head-on, the world of genetically modified humans is a realm of boundless potential. And today, we'll take it how our future will be with these engineered humans. In the future, if we create superhumans through genetic engineering, they will revolutionize the world, though not necessarily as one might anticipate. These enhanced individuals would possess significant advantages in various aspects of life. They'd excel in intelligence, memory, stamina, agility, and strength, and also boast nearly flawless physical features. Picture superhumans with IQs surpassing 250, capable of running at speeds exceeding 40 miles per hour and bench pressing over 2,000 pounds. The only real limits they'd confront would be the laws governing our physical reality. These genetically modified humans would swiftly rise to the forefront in all fields, be it in professions, sports, or other domains. They'd shatter long-standing records in both mental and physical pursuits, potentially even outperforming artificial intelligence in groundbreaking scientific breakthroughs. Moreover, they'd be less susceptible to illnesses, standing resilient against various health challenges. Eventually, they could dominate sports leagues and thrive in space exploration, potentially enjoying lifespans of 200, 500, or even more years, as scientists uncovered the key genetic combinations enhancing specific abilities. Over the ensuing decades and centuries, these enhanced humans would continue to evolve, perhaps even unveiling entirely new, unforeseen biological capacities. But before we move further, if you're new here and aren't subscribed, make sure to like this video and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on what's going on in the latest technology and the AI world. In the future, people of all ages might have the option to tweak their genes. This could be done in specialized gene editing clinics using advanced technologies like CRISPR. These tools can directly adjust the genetic code within our cells. The process would likely involve using precise treatments, where modified viruses or tiny particles carry the gene editing tools to the right cells in the body. CRISPR or similar technologies would then be used to make precise cuts in the DNA at the exact spot where the unwanted gene is. This allows for either removing, fixing, or replacing that particular gene sequence. These changes in our genes could potentially shield us from diseases. They could also alter physical features like eye color, height, intelligence, and strength. It might even slow down the natural aging process. Additionally, it could make changing one's gender easier and more comprehensive than ever before. The time it takes for these alterations to become noticeable would vary. It mainly depends on what part of yourself you're modifying and how swiftly the cells carrying the altered genes replace the existing ones. For instance, if you're altering a gene related to hair color, you might need to wait for new hair to grow, which could take a few weeks to months. If you're changing skin color, you'd expect the old skin cells to shed and the new ones to emerge, a process that usually takes about a month. However, many aspects of our physical appearance, like bone structure or height, are largely determined during childhood and adolescence, while the body is still growing. Trying to change these aspects in adulthood might take considerably longer and might not be possible without substantial and additional medical interventions. The emergence of new social classes and forms of discrimination is a possibility in the future. These classes might be built around engineered traits and abilities, and they could be closely linked to family wealth. This means the most advanced genetic enhancements would likely be costly. Those in the top social classes would enjoy the best education, job opportunities, and romantic prospects. They would receive respect and admiration worldwide, even if they didn't have to work for what they have. On the other side, genetically enhanced individuals with ambition could rise as leaders in their fields, influencing society with their remarkable talents and resources. They might collaborate with cyborgs and superintelligent AIs to establish new types of governments and social structures. This could push us towards becoming a Type 1 and Type 2 civilization sooner than expected. Conversely, people without genetic enhancements could end up in lower social classes. Even those who today have unfair advantages might become second-rate citizens in a genetic-based social hierarchy. Some parents might choose not to alter their children's genes due to religious or ethical beliefs or financial constraints. These individuals would then face a lifetime of disadvantages and might be marginalized in their communities. To escape this fate, many might opt for genetic enhancements later in life. While these modifications might not be as transformative as being born with them, individuals could replace body parts, including their brains, with superior synthetic versions. They could also merge their minds with superintelligent AIs. In the future, it's possible that parents might have more say in how their babies turn out. They could talk to experts about genes and use special techniques to shape their child's genetic traits. This process usually starts with eggs and sperm meeting in a lab, not inside a person. Experts can use smart computer models to make really good guesses about what a baby will be like. After that, parents can work with a specialist and use a computer system to add or remove certain genes. This means they could choose things like looks, smarts, and athletic abilities for their child. They might even tinker with genes linked to personality traits. They could use computer images and videos to see what their child might look like as they grow up. They could also see how their child's abilities might stack up against others. Surprisingly, some of these specially crafted embryos might end up looking quite different from their parents. There's a chance secret groups might start making super strong people in large numbers. Some governments might want a new generation of citizens with extra abilities to get an edge over other countries. In places where it's allowed, companies could raise workers from the very beginning to be super loyal and hardworking. These workers might never think about leaving for another job, unless robots are already doing most of the work by then. Spy groups might also churn out special agents for incredibly tough missions. These missions could involve stealing really important secrets from the most secure places worldwide and even setting up conditions for government takeovers. The less scrupulous spy groups might even create a squad of top-notch hitmen with extra keen senses, smarts, and fighting skills. Military organizations might start making and raising people for one purpose only, to take out anyone seen as an enemy. But turning these individuals into obedient killing machines usually takes a lot of time and work. That's why they might use fancy brain-computer connections to put ideas, values, and thoughts into their heads, turning them into super loyal and obedient soldiers. They might even put AI in their heads to fully control them. The best performers could be copied for more use. All over the world, groups might pop up to push for a certain idea called eugenics. This means they'd want more people to have certain physical features they think are better than others. They might try to create what they believe is a perfect group of people. The individuals created by these groups might be told their whole lives that they're better than others just because of things like skin color, facial features, hair, and eye color. But if parents and others start choosing specific traits and characteristics for themselves and their unborn children, we might lose the beauty of our unique differences. This could lead to everyone looking and acting more alike, which might not be a good thing. Having a wide variety of traits in our genes is important because it helps us stay strong against sickness and changes in the environment. But if we mess with our genes too much, we might end up in trouble. Even if super smart computers can cure most diseases, what if a new sickness spreads really fast? We might not have time to stop it. And if we lose rare traits, it could make it harder to figure out how our bodies work and find new cures for diseases. Also, if we start picking genes for people, they might end up only being able to do certain jobs or things in life. That could take away their freedom to choose what they want to do. And the way they look might turn out very different from what we expect. They might not even care about being like us, and they could go in a totally new direction in how they'd evolve. They might even start looking like the aliens we imagine in stories. So there's a lot to think about when it comes to playing with our genes. But what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video engaging, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more intriguing videos like this one. Before you leave, do check these videos as well.